Do you love rugby? Come join my Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Explore strategies and share top-level tactical analysis. Subscribe to stay updated with new videos.
When the New Zealand Rugby Union announced the formation of a panel to select the new head coach for the All Blacks, the public expected a transparent, fair, and thoroughly grounded process. However, from several perspectives, this announcement might be nothing more than a PR stunt designed to create the image of a meticulous coach search, while in reality, the selection panel is narrowing the pool of candidates, even eliminating some notable names from the outset. Personally, I can clearly see signs that the search for a new head coach for the All Blacks is not as open and fair as New Zealand would like to convey. The New Zealand Rugby Union has set a series of stringent criteria for applicants. One of the most important requirements is that the head coach must be New Zealand-born and must have experience coaching a national team. As pointed out in the article, this significantly limits the pool of potential candidates. While I agree that New Zealand has a large number of high-quality coaches, the requirement for international experience is somewhat contradictory, as very few coaches have experience leading a national team before being appointed to this role. Examples like Rassie Erasmus and Andy Farrell clearly show that international experience is not a prerequisite for success in the role of head coach of a national team. Additionally, the restriction of the candidate list to only New Zealand-born coaches also strikes me as lacking transparency. While it's true that the country has many talented coaches, is New Zealand simply trying to protect the so-called All Blacks legacy without genuinely opening up opportunities for internationally experienced coaches who might bring fresh ideas to the team? In fact, I cannot help but question the real motivations behind the announcement of this selection process. New Zealand's statement that they want a coach who can get to work immediately and understand exactly what they are doing, just months before the 2023 World Cup, seems to suggest that they already have a clear strategy in mind for Ian Foster's successor. Regardless of the fact that this process was presented as a thorough search, this becomes even clearer when a number of internationally experienced coaches, like Tony Brown or Clayton McMillan, have removed themselves from consideration simply because they didn't meet New Zealand's strict requirements. Other coaches, like Robbie Deans, who has an impressive career record, were also unable to be considered despite perfectly fitting New Zealand's criteria. This further demonstrates that the pool of potential candidates is being deliberately narrowed, and that a genuine search may not be the New Zealand Rugby Union's top priority. On the other hand, as David Moffat has pointed out, inviting a coach with an impressive win-loss record like Robbie Deans could be the optimal choice for the All Blacks. However, despite his remarkable track record, Deans could not meet the requirement of national team coaching experience that New Zealand has set. This raises questions about the seriousness of the selection process. Are they truly looking for a coach capable of leading the team successfully? Or is this simply a PR move to maintain the image of fairness and transparency? While I feel that the selection process lacks transparency, I also cannot deny that some candidates are still very deserving of the opportunity. One of the strongest candidates New Zealand could choose is Jamie Joseph, who has led the Japan national team to impressive performances in recent World Cups. His success with Japan has shown that he is capable of coaching a national team, and also understands the New Zealand rugby system, making him a choice that cannot be overlooked. However, Joseph's appearance in the race also raises doubts about the fairness of the process. Joseph, while very capable, is not exactly a new name for New Zealand, as he has been considered for this position in the past and failed. Is New Zealand's decision to select Joseph again a choice based on a fair search? Or is it simply a pre-arranged decision? With recent events and New Zealand's actions, I can't help but think this could just be a diversionary tactic. Reducing the pool of candidates, while publicly claiming to conduct a transparent selection process, might be a way to create the illusion of a serious search. In reality, the dwindling pool of candidates suggests that New Zealand already has a clear direction for Ian Foster's successor. And they may have made their choice long before. While I don't deny that New Zealand might be looking for a talented coach to lead the All Blacks, the high demands and narrowing of the candidate pool only make me question the fairness of the process. Perhaps in the coming months, we will see a final decision on the new head coach, but will that be the result of a transparent and fair search? or simply the continuation of a PR strategy designed to conceal decisions that have already been made.
Thank you for watching my Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Let's explore more rugby tactics together in the upcoming videos. Hit subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.